Ever wonder how a classic sneaker stacks up against its modern counterpart? That's what we're going to be talking about in this video. We're going to be talking about the pros and cons and which one stacks up higher, which one reigns more supreme. Let's find out in this video. Hi, what's up guys? Thanks once again for tuning into the channel. This is KIXPLORE, where we talk everything about sneakers, lifestyle, travel, and a little bit of everything in between. And today we're going to be talking about this sneaker right here. This is the Air Max 90 in the Gore-tex version. So this is obviously one of the latest versions of the Air Max 90. I can't remember if this is the first time they've actually put Gore-tex on this sneaker, but I admit this is one of my most favorite sneakers. I know there was a point in time when the Air Max 90 was coming out almost every single year. They had it was like, sort of like an anniversary thing where every year they would release another version of this. But there was a point in time before that when it was really hard to purchase these sneakers because they were very rare to release, and I actually had to buy this sneaker, this one, years and years ago, probably over 10 years ago, on eBay for, I think it was $100, or it was between $100 to $200. Yeah, it stayed in my collection ever since. In fact, I think it's a woman's sneaker. I didn't even know that it was a woman's sneaker because they just advertised it as size 9 in men's. Look at the, it has W10. I think that means women's 10, if I'm not mistaken. Anyway, it's been one of my most favorite sneakers, if not the my most favorite sneaker out of all the ones I have in my collection. It's lasted the longest, it stayed in there the longest, and I've obviously beat this up pretty bad. And I mean, yeah, it's just such a iconic sneaker. Tinker Hatfield, so much history behind this sneaker and him. Like you see the air bubble there, it's all kind of blurring out there. I know, if you, just a quick tip, if you want to get rid of that air bubble fogginess going on in there, all you need to do is get like a hair dryer or something like that blows out hot air, and just basically just hot air this, and it usually goes away. I learned that from one of my good friends, Chase Shield. I actually saw him physically do it. It was pretty cool. It's like, whoa, it's coming back. And yeah, because he was reconstructing another Air Max. He was putting another upper onto a donor sole. And he showed me the crumpled version. Oh, it was crazy. Yeah, it does come back. Anyway, this is pretty much it for this sneaker. You could tell, like, from the old materials, you can see there, it is very, well, due to oxidation and due to time, obviously the materials have kind of just withered away. Yeah, all the materials are getting like, it's not just dirty, but it's kind of fraying in some bits. You can see that the gray parts, the furry or the hairiness is kind of like frizzy in some bits there. It's more of a suede than a leather. This is the leather. The black, you can see, is leather, but the gray is sort of more like a suede fabric and all that kind of stuff. The collar has cotton. It's like a cotton collar on the inside down there as well. So a lot of these kind of materials are useful, like more for comfort, because even the tongue, which has the Nike Air on it down here, it's really squishy, it's very comfy, and just the shape alone as well. I don't know, it's because of my foot, because I'm naturally a 9.5, but this is actually a size 9 or a women's 10, whatever, I don't know what it is, whatever. But it's kind of really bulky in this part, and then really kind of pointy on this part. So sometimes when I wear it, it looks kind of weird, because it looks like there's like a big chunk of shoe here, and then like my toe kind of just squeaks out like that. So sometimes when look in the mirror, it's like, what the heck? Why do my feet look weird? But I still love this sneaker. It still will remain with me. It definitely has a lot of memories with me or wearing these and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, it's just so iconic, so cool, and yeah, that's why I have them. So let's go on to the actual main sneaker we're reviewing, which is this sneaker right here. This is the Gore-tex version. So yeah, this is the updated version. And so the first thing I have to say about this actual sneaker is the sizing. I would definitely say and advise you guys to go half a size up. That's right, half a size up, because it's very, very narrow, just like its previous counterpart. So I actually went into the store, tried it on a size 9.5, my original size 9.5 that I wear for every sneaker, every Nike. And at first when I put it on, yeah, it seemed all right. But then when I got home and tried it, oh, it was so tight in the toe box area that I had to go and return them and get a size 10. So shout out to my boy Nathaniel. Thank you so much for doing that for me. And yeah, so definitely go up half a size. Even if you're a wide footer or a narrow footer, I think you might need to go up half a size because it's just so narrow in this area. That's why usually I have a little bit of space there, but with that 9.5 I didn't. So when I went for a 10, it was just like perfect. And probably one of the main reasons why it is so narrow there, or it is so squashy in the toe box, is because of the Gore-tex membrane that's on the inside. So just to show you, it's hard to see in camera, but in here you can see that there is this part of the collar which is white, this part here, and then if I just tilt it a little bit slightly this way, you can see that on the inner wall there's that black bit. That is the Gore-tex membrane. And if I take off the insole, you can see it better. Obviously I should have done that from the beginning. When I take off the black insole, you can see now it's black and white. So that black bit on the inside, that is the Gore-tex membrane. That's the material which kind of keeps your foot from getting wet if you're like walking around, you know what I mean. So obviously it's not a waterproof sneaker. It's just, I don't know if, what the whole purpose of it. It's still very functional in a way. So it's still, Gore-tex will have a function in this sneaker. Is it waterproof? No, I would definitely say no, it's not waterproof, because the materials you can see on the outside of the actual sneaker, yeah, all that could still get damaged. It can still get, all that could still get wet. It could still get dirty. It could still soak in water. But the only thing that won't let the water in is that membrane on the inside. So technically on the outside of your shoe, it can get all wet on these parts, but your foot will still stay dry because of that Gore-tex membrane. And what I like about this sneaker is that the actual membrane goes a little higher. So it actually goes at the top. It's pretty hard to see, but it goes up to this part of the tongue. So it's around here, the tongue is how high the membrane goes. Usually other sneakers, it's not even a part of that area. It just goes all of the way around. So, which means that water can seep into this area and then get into your socks or get into your foot, which makes your foot wet, which is useless. But what I like about this sneaker is that it kind of goes up a little bit. So this whole section over here has the Gore-tex membrane. So it serves as a better kind of functionality in terms of keeping your foot dry. So that's what I like about this sneaker, that it still looks cool and still keeps your foot dry. But sometimes when I think Gore-tex, I think the whole thing is just gonna be waterproof. That's not the case. It's just on the inside. And Nike have collaborated with Gore-tex a number of times, and that's what they've done. So all they basically did was they kept the aesthetic of the whole entire sneaker, but they've just made the inside a little bit more waterproof with the Gore-tex membrane. So that's pretty much it. All the kind of materials are almost the same, but I would like to say that on the other sneakers, on the other older pair, this gray bit, or this gray leather, was kind of more of a cotton or suede fabric, where this one is actually leather, just the same as the black mudguard piece over here, which is leather as well. The mesh on the actual tongue, on the actual toe and the tongue over here feels, I know this one obviously because it's a brand new sneaker, but it feels a little bit more shiny and it looks more synthetic compared to the counterpart, the older counterpart that it has. So they have different designs. Me personally, I like the older one better because it's like it's intentional kind of thing and it looks aesthetically cooler. Whereas the newer version doesn't. It's just like it's got a weird thing going on there with the infrared in the middle and the black on the outside. But it's not the first time I've seen it, so I know it's not a mistake. They've done it a lot on Nike ACG sneakers, where it's just like random patterns on it, kind of on the outside. But other than that, I think it's pretty much the same. Like the herringbone design is the same. It's just the colors of the rubber at the bottom which is different. You do feel a little bit taller in these sneakers because of this air bubble on the side here. And I gotta say that I'm not a big fan of the air bubbles. That's why I don't have so many of these Air Maxes or any Air Max that has a bubble in it. I don't really buy them because the bubble always pops on me maybe a couple of months in if I use them regularly, like day to day, maybe within the 4th or 6th month. They usually pop out on me, so I don't usually buy them anymore. But because I love this sneaker, this silhouette so profoundly, I decided to get this one. And yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. It's a great sneaker if you really like Air Maxes and all that kind of stuff. All the detailing, all the history behind this as well, with Tinker Hatfield and all that kind of stuff. So there's a lot of there's a great story that goes into this sneaker. That's why it's so iconic, and that's I guess why Nike keeps releasing it so many times. And as you can see there, it's got Gore-tex on the top instead of the Nike Air. It's got Gore-tex in the side paneling over there as well. Yeah, it's just a great overall sneaker and I can't wait to wear it. And I'm actually going to go wear it hiking now because it is, technically it's Gore-tex, so it should be able to withstand everything, but it is a white sneaker, so I know it's going to get dirty, but oh well. Shoes are made to be worn. And I'm not going to do a waterproof test on this one because I don't really think it's very necessary, because I'm just explaining to you guys that it is better. It's not completely waterproof. It's probably waterproof up until this high, probably, yeah, around that high where the membrane goes up to. So a little bit of the tongue, a little bit of water can trickle into this part. Like any higher than that, it'll probably go straight into your sock. A little bit more expensive than the without the Gore-tex, obviously. So this came to 230 Australian dollars. I bought this from Nike, the Nike website. So very, very happy with this one. And yeah, it's just a great all-around sneaker. So let's get onto this on-foot review, shall we? To the top. I'm good. I'm good. Yeah, I'm eating pizza. Fight me. Oh yeah. Alright, what's up fam? So we back in the car now. So we just finished with the hike. Oh yeah, pretty hot day today. The Air Maxes held up surprisingly well. I have to admit, like when you're hiking, you don't really, only when you're going uphill is when you're using the air bubble, not so much when you're going downhill because you're mostly on your toes. Well, I am, I feel like it's more safer stepping on the forefoot on the front than on the back heel. So every time I'm just like stepping, just trying to be careful. But yeah, It's pretty comfortable. I gotta admit, they're pretty dirty now after one hike. Everything that was white is now pretty much brown. That's okay, that's how it's meant to be. But yeah, it's like, it would be great even if it was raining. I think it would be a good shoe to have, and I definitely recommend it. And yeah, it's different hiking in a sneaker more than like a hiking sneaker like what I normally do with my ACG stuff. But yeah, it feels pretty good. Anyway guys, thanks once again for watching. I do highly recommend this sneaker if you really want it. Great sneaker. And yeah, thanks for once again watching this video. Hope you liked it. If you like my content, please consider subscribing to the channel. Anyway guys, take care, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.